he's like, get the hell out of here. This is a sweet 16 birthday party. Up in Denver, I've got this absolutely beautiful girlfriend, absolutely gorgeous girl. We've been dating for about 2 years now. Every single thing is perfect, except for one thing. I'm Jewish, and she's German. Awkward. And that means that I cook most of the food in the relationship, and it's not because I'm particularly good in the kitchen. Mind you, it's just that I get really uncomfortable whenever she uses an oven around me. I mean, sometimes when we get a little tiff, I even get nervous to shower in the same house. Most recently, when we go out in downtown Denver, she starts herding me onto the metro train. Growing up Jewish was hard too, actually. I remember one time it was awkward to always ask my dad for money. I remember one time I was like, hey Dad, can I borrow $50? And he was like, $40? What the hell do you need $30 for? Before I was dating my girlfriend, actually, I tried online dating. If you guys have tried online dating, I tried jdate.com. 100% Jewish online dating site. Went on there. Honestly, not a whole lot of members. I'm not going to lie. And frankly, I don't want to become a member either. Seriously? For a yearly membership, it's $2.95, and that's outrageous. I took one of those personality tests online, too. You know, the Myers-Briggs personality test. They give you 4 letters to describe your personality. I was an ENFJ. So I'm extroverted, intuitive, feelings, judgmental, whatever. I didn't care about that. I knew all that. But the interesting thing is it tells you what other types you're compatible with and what types you're not compatible with. And evidently, ENFJs are not compatible with SLUTs. Should have known that from my last girlfriend. We all know that Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, right? I just don't think his dream was to have every street in the United States named after him to be as sketchy as hell. I was driving down the street the other day, and I pull up at a red light next to this blue Geo Metro. This guy in this little blue Geo Metro, and he's texting. And he's not only texting with one hand, he's texting with both hands. I'm no mathematician, but that means he's not driving with any hands. Are you serious? Who the hell does this guy think he is? Has he not watched CNN? Has he not read the New York Times? Have his friends not had a little intervention with him? Seriously. Only pussies drive Geo Metros. Guys, you'll be able to side with me on this. I've noticed that whenever my genitals get stuck down one side of my pant legs, I tend to not shift them to the other side or like to the middle because that's just a dick move. There's not a whole lot wrong with guys' bodies, if I might say so, but I do think that God could have designed women's bodies a little bit better. Stick with me here. I heard. Stick with me. This is for the women's benefit. All right? I think that God should have made women's breasts play music. No, come on, seriously. Like, women are always complaining about how men are always staring at their breasts without actually listening to them. Solves a big problem. Before I get out of here, I want to tell you guys a quick story. My dad, this is a true story, my dad used to trap squirrels in our backyard up in Denver. And he wouldn't trap them in like a trap, he'd trap them in like a cage. And he'd take them up to a park that was 5 miles away from our house because he had done the research and that's how far they needed to be away so they'd never find their way back to our house. So I remember one afternoon, my friend and I were in the backyard, and there was a squirrel in the trap, and my dad was out of town. And I was like, oh man, I do not want to take this squirrel to the park. Well, why don't we just let it out? We reset the trap, and Dad will never know. So we bend down, and we open up the trap, and the squirrel runs out! He looks both ways. He runs back, and then he slams the cage door. He looks up at us, and he says, take me to my family. We didn't know what to do with the talking squirrel. So we killed it. I'm Trent Gillaspie, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.
Trent Gillaspie, come on. Let me clap for clappers. This next guy.